Welcome back, my crafty friends. Today we are playing with our BetterPress system. We are going to play with the LDRS collection of impression dies. These are letterpress dies that can be used in your BetterPress system by Spellbinders. So we are going to make a Christmas card using this very detailed and decorated Christmas tree that has a separate star on top. So we're going to use multiple color inks today. And then make sure you stick around because we are also going to have bonus cards at the end where I show you what these look like glimmered in the Glimmer machine. And I do have to say, my samples turned out really great. So do not miss those at the end of this video. Okay, so let's not waste time. Let's just jump in and get started because I am super excited to share these impression dies with all of you. So I am going to be using the LDRS watercolor paper. This is cold press paper, and LDRS carries it in their store. So I'm going to attach it here. I'm going to go ahead and use this side since I already have tape on it. Just reuse that tape. I've just got some basic washi tape here. Since it's already there, as you can tell, I have been playing. I do love my BetterPress, as you all know. And if you are not already a member over on Facebook, a girlfriend and I run the BetterPress Babes group on Facebook. And you want to be part of that group because the BetterPress Babes is all about everything BetterPress. So it's not just a Spellbinders thing, it's a every brand, everything BetterPress. So all of the companies are starting to come out with different plates for this amazing system, just like our friends over at LDRS Creative, like we are playing with today. And we don't want you to miss out on any of them. So make sure you come over for all the tips and tricks and fun finds over there in the BetterPress Babes group. I will make sure to have a link for that down below, and that way you can come over and join. So today I'm going to use 2 of the LDRS Creative inks. I'm using Olive Branch and Evergreen, and these are hybrid inks and they work really well with the BetterPress. Okay, let me grab my ink dauber here. I am going to use an ink dauber to add gold to just my star. I found this is the easiest way to do this little guy. And one thing I found with these plates, this line of plates, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it's an easy fix. It's a little different than from the Spellbinders ones, is it does pick up ink from the background. So, super easy fix here. Either take a baby wipe or a microfiber cloth and just wipe the background of any excess ink. I'm going to go ahead and do that here with the gold just because it's so simple to move this little die out of the way. But when you get a big huge ink splatter or something there on the side when you're using large ink pads, if you get a big amount, just go ahead and clean that off your platform before you run it through your Platinum 6. So I'm lining this up and I'm putting it up above tree rather than on top of it. And then for the tree, I'm going to go ahead and do an ombre of sorts with the darker at the bottom how the ink just attaches, the hybrid ink just attaches to this. Love it. Okay, and then we will put the lighter on the top, making sure not to get that star there. Just taking my time because this does not dry fast. All of this is wet. Hybrid ink is a mix of pigment and dye base, so it's not going to dry super fast. Okay, that looks good. And I'm just going to take my baby wipe and just as a precautionary, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe my plate like that. I just noticed that it picked up some time on the paper, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. It doesn't take just a little bit of effort, and I don't know if it's the thickness of the plates or what happens in the reasoning for it, but I'd rather have a super clean transfer. So let's sit that on there and let's run it through our platinum. See what we get. This is the fun part because it's oh so easy. That's what I love about my BetterPress, is it's so simple. You can't beat simple. So let's pull that out. I'm going to go ahead and just close this up and move it over a little bit for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and put the ink cover right there so I don't get that gold ink on anything. And let's reveal. Oh, look at there. We got our star. May have put that star a little high for trimming, but that's okay. And then I've got my ombre. All right, okay. So, and I've got no smudging or anything around the edges, which is what I was after. Okay, I'm going to clean this up real quick with my archival ink. I always like to do this immediately just to get the most amount of ink off of it. The plates never come completely clean with the ink, but they never, I mean, the ink doesn't ever damage your plate, so this at least gets it off so it doesn't stain your next project, and for the most part, it cleans your back plate. So that is that. That actually came a little cleaner from last time, and usually it doesn't clean from previous projects. So maybe that's a hybrid thing, because that was probably a hybrid ink, since that's what I've been using lately, since LDRS shared their inks with me. I have been playing around with them, and I have been pleasantly surprised and pleased with the outcome on the BetterPress. I hadn't used hybrid inks before with the BetterPress, so I have been enjoying that. And look how clean that comes. And this, not so bad, huh? There we go. So I've got that and that, and I'm just going to leave those on there for safekeeping at the moment, because if not, I will lose them, because we all know Melanie does that from time to time. Matter of fact, I have already lost one of my snowflakes here in the craft room somewhere. So, okay, so here is our Christmas tree, and I'm going to pull out some of this ribbon that I just got, and look at this. Isn't this perfect to decorate this tree with? So this is what I thought I would do, is I'm just going to glue these little guys right along here, and glue it all along there to decorate. And I will not make you sit here and watch me do this. I will actually trim this back portion down and get a card base prepared here momentarily, and be right back. Okay guys, I am back, and I've had a little mishap, so you guys are gonna have to forgive me. The video was not recording as we completed this card, so major malfunction, and the card is finished. So I do apologize for that. I will walk you through everything I've done here. Now, of course, you saw me BetterPress the Christmas tree, and then I stepped away to actually add the trimming here. I added an extra piece of thick cardstock behind this one here so that the ripple effect from the card, this, for some reason, the watercolor card kind of rippled going through the BetterPress. So I went ahead and added just an extra piece of Nina, I think it's 100 or 110 pound card, to the back of that using a whole bunch of tape runner, and it's smoothed out beautifully. So there's no rippling in it now. And then I trimmed this down 1/8 of an inch and added a beautiful gold glitter card, which I just got recently. It's a no shed glitter. It's very pretty, and I thought it would set off the tree without giving it too much glam. And then for the sentiment, I BetterPressed one of the sentiments from the Good Tidings sentiment set and stacked that up on 2 extra layers of card there, just some scraps that are under there just so it would pop up off the card. So overall, it's a very clean and simple card, but you know, when the recipient gets it, they're going to be doing this. They're going to be saying, ooh, how did they get all that texture? Because the texture is in the details. It's in the BetterPress, it's in the trim, and you know, the multicolors, and then you've got this texture here, and it's the elegance that BetterPress can give on the clean and simple, easy cards. And that is what people are loving about the BetterPress. So these new impression dies from LDRS Creative are giving us more options, and we love that. So this is my first card. Now I have 3 more to show you. And I've used Good Tidings throughout all of the cards here. So you're going to see that multiple times. Here is my second clean and simple card. Now this one is quite interesting because I have foiled the bells. And this set here is Silver Bells. It's this set right here. And it's got this frond and a die to cut it out, and then 2 bells and 2 dies to cut them out. And I really love this concept because we can do so much with them being able to cut them out. I foiled these on the Glimmer machine with the Spellbinders foil, and then I reversed foiled them. Wait for this. You probably all have this in your stash, but I have reverse foiled this onto Stampin' Up's old glossy cardstock. This is a trick I just stumbled upon, and the reverse foiling is spot on perfect every time. I did not have a mess up. It is just gorgeous. No more fussing with it. No more under foiling or under reverse foiling, you know, when you pull it up and it's like not done all the way. This had nothing remaining on the carrier sheet. All the foil transferred. So if you've got that glossy cardstock in your stash that you've just had there forever and don't know what to do with it, this is what you do with it. Get it out, reverse foil on it. You will love it. So that's what I did here. And then I BetterPressed the leaves or the greenery here. So you've got the best of both worlds here. You've got your letterpressing and you've got your foiling. And the foiling, I actually have a sample here. Here's one of them. Here's it foiled the regular way. Absolutely perfect. And with these LDRS letterpress impression dies, I had absolutely no underfoiling, no overfoiling every single time. I pass through. And you're going to see a whole bunch more foiling here in a minute with the other set. So perfect, perfect, perfect. So that's foiling, and that's the reverse of that. Perfect. So, and then I just staggered them. I put a little foam underneath each of those. And then I did add the BetterPress Impressions die from the Good Tidings set there that actually says Good Tidings. So that is my second LDRS Creative card. Now I have two 5x7s. These are both A2s. So my first one is the Snowflake set, which, let me grab it. These are snowflake ornaments, and I did not use the ornaments, but they do have ornament toppers, so you can actually hang them if you choose to, which I think is neat. But I decided to just make star-filled cards. And on this one, I have inked the background with just an older ink brush. Now, I do not have designated brushes yet because I didn't have any extras that weren't used for the hybrid inks. And you are supposed to have a designated set for like your dye inks versus your oxides and hybrids. So I do not have those. I only have ones that have been used mixed. So it wasn't going on super smooth, and it actually worked for this though, because I used, I think it's Little Boy Blue. Yes, Little Boy Blue hybrid ink. And it was perfect though with this old brush because it gave me like this cloud look, and I love it. And I think I'm going to keep this brush like next to that ink because I love the way this turned out. It kind of like is splotchy and it looks like clouds in the background. I hope you can see that on camera because it really turned out nice, and it's a perfect color for sky. But for this one, I actually foiled these four on the background paper, and then I foil and die cut all these other ones with these being reversed foiled. So I was having a ball doing all of these snowflakes. I did a whole bunch of blue ones for this one, and then I did a whole bunch of purple ones for the next one. So the sentiment again is from that same Good Tidings set. It's Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and I cut that out and framed it with the silver card. So that is my first 5x7 using the snowflake ornament set. And then here I think is my favorite. And this one is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I did use an embossing folder from my stash. I used more of the reversed foils snowflakes, and then I used the regular foiled snowflakes, and I used two different colors of foil. I used a deeper purple and I used a more pastel purple. There you go. You can see both of them there really well. So, and I added these silver half pearls to the centers and to the background a little bit, just a little here and there. So I've got the two 5x7s and the two A2s. So what do you think? What do you think of my first run with the LDRS Creative Impression letterpress dies? I, myself personally, have really had a lot of fun with these. I really love the way they foil. I love the way the inks worked on these press plates, and I had a lot of fun with these. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Which one is your favorite? Do you have any of that Stampin' Up! Glossy paper in your stash? If so, let me know if you plan on trying this. I would love to know in the comments below. I will see you next time. Bye-bye, my friends.